I am looking so wet. And I live for it. Hey guys, it's me, and today I'm here with a new video for you guys, and it is for my annual New Year's haul. If this is your first time here on my channel, hello. I do these New Year's hauls every single year, and I've been doing these hauls for the past 6 years now. I think this is the 6th time I've done one of these hauls. What I typically do is that every year, using money that I'm gifted at Christmas, I just spend that money on things that I don't really need, but that I want to have in my life. And while we're on the topic of new people being here at my channel, hit that subscribe button. It'll help me out a lot, because I'm trying to grow this channel, even though that's not really going to happen because of the YouTube algorithm, but I want to at least try to make this channel grow, so please do it. And also, while you're down there, give this video a thumbs up, and all my social media links are down in the description box below, so go check me out on those places. Also, if my voice sounds a little bit weird, thanks to like all the dramatic temperature changes and weather changes we've been having here lately in Atlanta, I'm catching some sort of cold. It's nowhere near as bad as when I got that upper respiratory infection, but it's still annoying. But yeah, so this haul is actually pretty large because I had a decent amount of money that I could spend. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop on into this. I will go ahead and say this. If any of these items that I showed to you guys are still available to be purchased, I will link them down in the description box below, so if you guys are interested in getting them yourselves, you can do so. But some of these items probably are no longer available, so just know that. Like I normally do with my haul videos, I typically go in category, but in the start of this, I am just going to start out with like 2 specific stores first, just simply because I have different things in different categories for each place. So we're going to start out with things that I got from Spencer's. So I picked these guys up on the 31st of December. I wanted to go out to like different stores and see like whom all was having sales and maybe participating in some of those sales. And so my sister and I went out and did just a tiny amount of shopping. These are the only things that I got that day because honestly, I wasn't attracted to anything else that I found. So anyways, the first 2 things that I got from Spencer's are the same exact thing, and they are these 2 spiked wristbands. And I got these because I've been wanting to get some new wristbands, particularly spiked ones, and they had 2 of the same exact ones, and these were the only 2 that they actually had as well, so got lucky on that. So I went ahead and picked these up because I've been wanting like matching wristbands. So yeah, final thing that I got from Spencer's, I saw this guy and I had to get it. And honestly, I probably could have just been perfectly fine with just getting this one item, and it is a cup. Yes, I got a cup, and here it is. The older you get, the better you get, unless you're a banana. This is a Golden Girls cup, and this is one of my favorite quotes from Rose Nylund. Like, she's hilarious. She's played by Betty White, which she turned 97 last month, which is really exciting because the old broad is still kicking. But yeah, and I love Rose. She's probably my favorite character right next to the rest of the girls. I just love how like innocent and dumb she is, and just yeah. Like another one of my favorite quotes of hers is, "If you hold the bird gently, the bird will stay. But if you squeeze the bird, its eyes will bug out." I love Rose, but my favorite quote from Golden Girls is from Sick and Tired Part 2, when Blanche is talking about what it could be like living in Minnesota.
Must be some state. Lots of lakes, nice pale people. I'd drown myself.
Anyways, I'm happy to have this guy in my life. The next 4 items that I have are from Andrew Christian. Every year, around the end of the year, like after Christmas and right around the New Year, I place an order on Andrew Christian because they always have amazing deals going on right at the end of the year. And with their coupon codes, you can apply their coupon codes to clearance items. So you can probably find like a pair of underwear that was marked from like $20 to like $11 or $10, and then throw on like a 35, 40, or in my case this year, a 50% off coupon code, then you could save yourself a lot more money. In total, these 3 pairs of underwear that I got, I paid just little under $26 for. which a single pair of their underwear can usually cost about $22. So yeah, and that price at almost $26 includes shipping. So I got really lucky with this underwear haul. So this first pair here are these briefs. They are black, have Andrew Christian along the waistband, and have this pink stitching on them. I thought that these were really cute and just really simple. And they're also from the Show It line, so they have the Show It tech built into it, which is just a little pouch that you put your dick in. It's kind of like wearing a cock ring, but not. So it's supposed to make your balls look better. I have another pair of their underwear that has this Show It tech built into it, and I like it a lot better on those guys because the hole is a lot larger to put your stuff into. Because this one is so small. It's such a small hole, but hey, I'm able to fit in there after some struggling. Other than that, I really do like these guys. They're very comfortable. I really love Andrew Christian underwear. I think I have 7 or 8 pairs at this point now. I can't remember how many I have. But yeah, I really do enjoy their underwear. The next 2 pairs that I have are both from the same collection, which was the Regal collection. Which was part of, I believe, the Massive line. But I got these 2 pairs because I couldn't decide on which pair I wanted, and they were both around the same price. So I was just like, I have plenty of money, and I got a discount code that's going to save me a lot more money. Let's just get both. And I'm happy that I got both of them because I love both pairs for different reasons. And I got this pair of trunks here, and the waistband says Massive. I didn't realize that the waistband said Massive until I got them, which is a bit weird for me, but whatever, it's not that big of a deal. And these guys do have a cutout. They have a little cutout in the back, which is why I wanted to get these. The cutout is just so different and just kind of cute as well, because I mean, like, it's just large enough to really just show off your ass crack. And they're made out of like this rather like slippery material, which is really comfortable. So yeah, really like these guys. And then that other pair that I got was the jockstrap from the Regal line. I really do like this jockstrap. It's very different from the different ones that I have from Andrew Christian. This one's a bit different because the straps in the back that like wrap around your ass are a little bit further to the back. And then also in the back, it has like this extra bit of fabric on it, so it comes down a little ways onto your ass as well. So that window of showing off your ass is a lot smaller, which I thought was really cute and just really different. And the final item that I got from Andrew Christian is actually a free item, and it's a 2019 calendar, and it is the Fluidity Celebrating Gender Queerness by Andrew Christian calendar. I'm going to put my hand right here because this is a uncensored calendar. There are a lot of butts in this calendar. There are a couple of dicks. I think I counted 3 dicks when I flipped through this thing yesterday. But yeah, it's just a simple calendar, and each month has someone explaining what being queer means to them and whatnot. And it's really nice. It's very like a very pleasant like calendar. It's like very inspirational and everything. But there's also a bunch of naked dudes in black and white in it. But in complete honesty though, I'm not going to get any use out of this calendar. So any of my friends who are in close vicinity of me, if you want this, let me know and come to my house and pick it up, or maybe at some point I can take it over there to you. All those things that I showed you guys for the most part were fashion related, and that is what this next guy is, but it's the last of the fashion related items, and it is a 2-piece set of some labret jewelry. So it is a 1/4 inch labret stem. There are 2 of those labret stems, and then they each came with a 5mm ball. I got my measurements wrong. Bars are too short for me to use. That's why there's only but 1 ball in here. I'm actually wearing that ball right now, and I really like it. I haven't had a silver ball in a very, very long time. So yeah, and I partially did get these because I just simply wanted the balls anyway. As you know me, I love them balls. But yeah, I got these off of eBay, and the seller that I got them from was selling the 2 of these, like this pair, for $2.95. Yeah, $2.95 with free shipping. and they got here rather quickly as well. So I do plan on possibly getting more jewelry from the seller in the future. And even though I can't use these libret bars in my actual piercing, I do plan on getting more piercings in the future so I can just repurpose them later on down the road. I just got to make sure that those piercings will be pierced at a 14 gauge is all that I have to worry about. The next category we're going to move on into is entertainment. So this is going to include video games and music, because you guys know I collect CDs and I have quite a few of those, but I'm going to save those for after I go through the video games, because I can't actually physically show you guys the video games because they were digital downloads, but I still want to talk to you about them. So yeah, right at the end of the year / beginning of the year, the PlayStation Store was having a pretty decent sale on a lot of games that they had available, so I took part in that sale and I got really lucky. First game I want to talk about is Star Wars Battlefront 2, and I really enjoyed the game. It's pretty nice. I'm only capable of doing like the single player like campaign type stuff right now because I don't have PlayStation Plus network right now, so I can't do online stuff, which majority of the game is online, which is a bit of a bummer. But considering how I only paid but less than $10 for it and not the full $30, I'm okay with that. I'm happy about that. And there is a loud ass bird outside my window. And then the second game that I got was probably the best deal between the two, because I saved a lot more money on it, and that is Tales of Berseria. This game was originally $59.99, but it was marked down to $14.99. And I've been wanting to play this game ever since I heard about it when it was released back in 2017, and I'm really enjoying it so far. I've been playing it a lot lately, like these past couple of days, because like it starts out kind of slow, but then once you pick up like the 6th character, that's when things really start to pick up and get really interesting. Because, I mean, like, at the very beginning, it starts out really good, but then it, like, slows down, but now it's starting to pick back up again. And I'll tell you this, I've played and watched playthroughs for several games within the Tales franchise. Compared this game to those games, this game is so dark. Like, within, like, the first act of the game, so many people are dead. People are killed everywhere, and it's just like, dude, and there's actual blood in this shit, and you actually see people get killed and shit, and their bodies go limp. Like, it is wild, but I am loving it so far. So, yeah, I highly recommend it. If you're into like JRPGs, I highly recommend it. Now that we're done talking about video games, let's talk about the CDs. So let's go ahead and hop on into these, starting out with Revangels from Akoma. So Akoma are a symphonic metal band from Denmark, and I've known of these guys for a while. I knew about them before this album was released in 2017, and I think I discovered them in 2016, I want to say. Because like I said, it was sometime before like this album was released. A very minor complaint that I have with it, but it's not that big of a deal. I still love this album, but it is produced by Alexander Kroll of Leaves' Eyes, and because of that, it sounds, instrumental-wise, it sounds like a Leaves' Eyes album, which just bugs me ever so slightly, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest fan of, like, their instrumental sound, so, yeah. And also, by the way, I'm just not a big fan of their music anymore. Ever since, like, Liv parted ways with them, their music just has gotten, like, so far beyond cheesy that I just can't listen to them anymore. But anyways, I really love this album. This was such a great album in 2017. It didn't make it onto my top 10 favorite releases of 2017, but it definitely made its way onto the top 15. It's such a great album. It's so beautiful and so lovely. And I have a fun little story to talk about with the CD as well. I ordered it through Amazon, and it was being delivered by Amazon, and which I've never had that happen before. I've never ordered something from them and had it delivered by them. This was my first time with that happening, and it shipped out on a Thursday and arrived on a Sunday. Yeah, I didn't know. I mean, I knew that sometimes like the USPS would sometimes deliver packages on Sundays, but I didn't know that it was because Amazon purchases. Like I got a notification on the Amazon app saying like your order is on its way and it's 9 stops before it's your turn to have your package delivered. And then it's just like, you're next. And then they pull up, dropped it off, and the person like took a picture of the front of my house and posted it on like the thing notifying them like this is where it was dropped off at. And when that happened, I was kind of creeped out, not gonna lie. The next CD that I have here is Soul Transfer from Emphasis. So these guys are a symphonic progressive metal band from Estonia, and I learned about these guys from watching a compilation video, which I don't think the channel that posted that compilation video is around anymore. But shortly after I discovered these guys through that channel, I then found out that they were going to be having a new album released. But the problem with this album, though, is that, well, with them as a band in general, is that their record label is based in Japan. And because of that, it takes a little bit longer for their releases to make their way out west. And not only that, but they don't get like a proper release in some Western countries, the US being in particular. So this guy was a UK import, and so it took a little while to get here. And it's a really beautiful album. It was definitely on my top 15 favorite releases of 2018. It's such a beautiful release, and it's so cool because I don't know how well you guys will be able to see this because of the exposure on my camera. But the track listing on the tracks, it actually has a percentage before each song. And that percentage represents two things. One, the percentage of how much the soul has transferred. And two, it actually shows you just how far into the album each song is when that song begins. So like you have like 0%, 2.9%, then so forth and so on. Definitely want to do a vocal cover of Redemption Song, and especially the Metaphysics of Love. Those two are my favorites, especially the Metaphysics of Love. And that's part of the reason why I wanted to get this CD, besides the fact that I really loved it. But I wanted to get it because I want to be able to have access to the lyrics. That's another reason why I got Revangels, is because I wanted to have access to the lyrics, because the lyrics are nowhere to be found online, and the only lyrics you can find online for songs by Akoma is for Bittersweet Memories, but it's the wrong song. They have the lyrics for Bittersweet Memories by Bullet for My Valentine instead, which is so annoying, but whatever. Next up we have is Ravenheart from Xandria. So this is a really great release from Lisa Medahava's era with the band. For those of you who don't know too much about Xandria, Lisa Medahava was their original frontwoman, and she was with them for several years. I think she released 4 albums with them, I believe. I know there is like a lot of controversy centered around Xandria because of what went down with Diana, but me, I'm the kind of person where it's just like I can tend to like separate the artwork from the artist, and I really love the artwork, but I don't really like the guys behind this band because like they didn't treat Lisa the best. They probably didn't treat Manuela the best, but then too, Manuela was only with them but for about maybe 2 years. And then Diana, we all know the fiasco with that. And I remember after Diana like made her case and then Manuela made her case, Lisa was just like, let me spill the tea, bitch. She called one of the guys in the band. I'm pretty sure I know which one it is, but I'm not 100% sure. But she called him a little sausage, and I live for it. But yeah, I got that CD off of eBay through my favorite seller to get CDs from, and that is Fast Metal CDs. I'll be sure to have their store linked down in the description box below because you can find CDs from them for really great deals, including limited edition copies. Next one is also from Fast Metal CDs, and it is a copy of Sovran from Draconian, and this is a digipack copy and got it brand new. Same thing goes for the Xandria CD. And so yeah, I love this album. This was Heike's debut with Draconian, and I absolutely love her, and I love this album so much. Oh shit, it's so beautiful and just so dark and melancholy and everything, and just absolutely wonderful, and it's just, I love it. And I'm so happy to have a digipack copy of it too, because I just love this release, and I prefer having digipack copies over jewel cases, but hey, as long as I have a release, I'm happy. The final CD that I got from Fast Metal CDs is Touch in the Dark from Asrai. So Asrai are a like dark wave gothic rock, gothic metal band from the Netherlands that I've been a fan of for several years now. And when I actually got this guy, I thought it was just going to be a simple jewel case CD, but it's actually a digipack. And it's really pretty too. I really love like the artwork in here. It's really beautiful. This is such a beautiful release as well. It's such a gorgeous album. Highly recommend these guys if you guys haven't heard of them before. So yeah, definitely go check them out. The next CD is from a different seller on eBay, and I definitely plan on buying more CDs from them in the future because they tend to get, kind of like with fast metal CDs, they tend to get like limited edition items, and so those items are just like hard to find items for really good deals. Because I got this guy for 13 bucks, and it was a used copy that is pretty much new. The Flame Within by Stream of Passion. So now I have 3 of their 4 studio releases, and all of which are in digipack form. So all I need to get is Darker Days, and I will have all their releases, but I need to get it in digipack form, because if I can get all their releases in digipacks, that'd be pretty fucking cool. But yeah, this is such a beautiful album. It's very different. This is the only album of theirs that I wasn't too familiar with. And it's very different compared to their other releases like Embrace the Storm, Darker Days, and A War of Our Own, because this one is more symphonic gothic metal, whereas the other ones are more like symphonic progressive metal. I mean, obviously all of those albums still have that tinge of like sadness, because I mean, Marcella, she said it before, like she loves sad music and she loves making sad music. I mean, when you listen to her solo project, she's still making sad music. I wish that Stream of Passion were still together. I mean, I know I say that a lot whenever I mention them, but it's just, they're one of my favorites, and I love them so much. Their music is just so good, and I can't wait to be able to see Marcella live. I mean, she is going to be here in Atlanta with Mayan at Prog Power USA, but I can't go because the tickets sold out too quickly. Like, even if the tickets were still available, I don't have the money to go. Part of me is thinking about just like cruising around Atlanta while they're here and hoping I bump into her, but that's a little bit much. And then the final CD that I have is a major score for me, because I have been looking for a copy of this CD and I've been seeing copies of it, but they only have either been $50 because they are a Japanese import, or they've been $300. No in between, nothing less, but I saw it from this particular seller. They were selling them for about $15, like including shipping, and I was just like, okay, this is weird. And especially because like the seller like had nothing else like these guys on their store, and also the fact that the CD is also used made me very nervous, but I was just like, I really want it though. And I went for it and worked out perfectly in my favor, and it is a copy of Disclosure in Red from Trail of Tears. For those of you who don't know, Trail of Tears were a gothic death metal band from Norway that originated back in the 90s. This album was their debut album, was released in 98. And if you guys are familiar with Imperia and are fans of them, this was actually Helena's first project, I believe. And she was with them for this album as well as Profoundemonium, which I also have a physical copy of. I'm very happy to have this guy in my collection. It's such a great album. I really love it. And I'm just so happy to have it in my collection. It's so wild to think that I have such a rare CD in my collection. So, yeah, really happy to have this guy. And yes, there is some like sticker residue on here, but I'm not going to try to remove it because I learned my lesson last time with trying to remove sticker residue from a CD and wound up making it look all funky. Not doing that again. And the last set of items that I have to show you guys are beauty related items, and I have quite a good bit of stuff here, even though I didn't spend that much money on any of these things. And the first set of items that I have is this 10-piece brush set from Docolor. I'm not entirely sure how you pronounce the name of this brand, but I saw these guys on Amazon when I was looking for makeup brushes. I was originally planning on getting a shiny brush set, but I saw this 10-piece eye brush set here with like varying sizes of blending brushes. I wanted to get it because of that. Like, that's what drew me in. And they were only but like $11 with free shipping. So yeah, and I really like these. They are cruelty-free brushes, and all but one brush is synthetic. All these guys are synthetic. This one here, but it's made out of pony hair, which can be retrieved in humane ways. But if you're someone who only uses synthetic fibers and you're interested in getting this brush set, just know to throw this brush away. It does list in the box, there's a little booklet that comes in the box with these guys that lists which brushes are synthetic and which ones are natural hair. This is the only natural hair brush though. They do perform very well and I do like them. They're great quality in terms of like the hair itself, but I will say this though, when you hold them, they do feel cheap. So keep that in mind. But then again, they were only about $11 for free shipping. The next set of things that I have are from Walmart. So first up we have are these Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit liquid lipsticks. I have two shades here. I have the shades Rebel Rose. It is like this really pretty, like rosy nude shade. It's pretty dark. It's very similar to the coloring that I'm wearing on my lips today, but I think it's a little bit darker and it's also a lot cooler. So I really like this guy. And then I also have the shade So Noir Cool, which is a black. And I got this guy because I wanted a replacement and dupe for my Kat Von D liquid lipstick and Witches because I just don't care for her products enough to have them. And then too, in the wise words of Tati Westbrook,
go vaccinate your children.
These guys were $5 and I really like them, especially Rebel Rose. This guy is so comfortable. Like, from the get-go, it is absolutely comfortable. It's so good. It's such a great color. It's really beautiful on me, but like I said, it is a bit darker, so it's not like an actual like nude, kind of like this shade here. This shade is more of like a nude for me because it's a bit more like warm tone. I will say this though, these guys are hard to remove, especially this guy. So yeah, like I have to use coconut oil to remove these guys. So yeah, I really do like these guys and I definitely want to get more of these liquid lipsticks. So yeah, and I mean like I said, they're only about $4.99. Then I picked up this guy. It has been used. I used it today, and so it's a little bit larger than how it would be when you get it new, or if you got it new, because I doubt this is still available, because it was a holiday limited edition product from not Wet n Wild, from Real Techniques, and this is just a makeup sponge that they released, and it came in like the cutest packaging. Like, it came in this little doodad right here. I've been wanting to get a second sponge for laying down liquid highlighters. The liquid highlighters that I currently have in my collection, I can't put them on top of foundation because they wind up lifting the foundation. And it just makes it easier to use a separate sponge, so that way you don't accidentally like use the side of the sponge that you use to blend out the highlighter with while you're applying your foundation, because that will lift up the foundation as well. And then the last two items that I have are both from NYX, and first up we have is the glitter primer. So I've been wanting to get this guy for a while now, and figured I'd go ahead and just pick it up because I'm wanting to play around with glitter for my Hogwarts series. I've already created 2 looks for it. I've done my house, which is Hufflepuff, and I've also done Gryffindor, so all I need to do is Ravenclaw and Slytherin, and I want to do glitter for both of those looks, so this guy's definitely going to come in handy with that. I've tested it out just a little bit and it works pretty nice. I picked up this guy by accident, but I'm also kind of happy to have it because it's going to work out pretty well for the Ravenclaw look. But after that, I don't know if I'll ever use it again, so makeup friends of mine who live close by, so Astrid, you might be getting this guy in the future. But it is the NYX Loose Glitter in 08, and I think the shade name itself, I think, is just Bronze, I think. I don't know. But there it is. It's very pretty. It's really nice, and it's a very fine glitter. There is a sifter in here, so you don't have to worry about it being messy, which is really nice. Yeah, like I said, this was a bit of a random impulse buy that I made, but I'll be able to get some use out of it. I'm going to try to use it as much as I possibly can, but I'm not going to lie, bronze is not a color I typically go for. But I also am wanting to get into playing around with glitter more as well, so hopefully that'll encourage me to play around with glitter. And the last set of things that I have are from Ulta, which the weird thing about this Ulta order is that I bought all of these items at the same time, but for some reason they were shipped from 2 different facilities, and yet they still wound up coming to me at the same time. First thing, since we're talking about NYX products, I'm gonna go ahead and move on. It's this guy, and it is the Ultimate Bright palette. And it is a very bright palette, as you can see. And I definitely can't wait to play around with this guy. I'm definitely going to play around with it for the Ravenheart look, and probably even the Slytherin look. I can't remember their names for some reason, but I'm definitely going to play with it for those particular looks. I didn't use it for the look I'm wearing today, though. I've only have swatched everything, and this purple here performs not the best, but I mean, deep dark purples are very hard to formulate in general, so they typically don't perform well in general. I've been wanting this particular palette for a while now, and I'm very happy to have it in my collection. And I'm also want to create a look using this lavender shade, because there's been a look that I've been wanting to create for a long time now, and that shade will make a perfect base for it. The next 2 things are actually from a holiday set that I got, and yeah, originally I think the set was $30, but then after holiday season they tried to get rid of their holiday shit, so they wind up clearancing everything and marked it down to, I think, just barely under $15, and it was a Perversion set from Urban Decay. So you get the full-size Perversion 24/7 Glide-On pencil and a full size of the Perversion mascara, and I'm wearing the mascara today. I mean, just one of these alone is like close to $20, so the fact that I got both of these for not even the full price of one, that's great. And I was also very close to getting a 24/7 Glide-On pencil set, because it was also the same price, and got like 1 full-size Perversion and then like 4 minis limited edition holiday colors that they had. But I knew that I wouldn't get any use out of those colors, so I went ahead and just went with this guy here. I've been wanting to get a new Perversion pencil because I had to throw my old one away because it dried out. And yeah, and I really do like this mascara too. It's really nice. It lengthens and defines my lashes really nicely, and it just works really well too. And the final thing that I have, which I'm so happy to have and I'm wearing today, is the Juvia's Place Zulu palette. And yeah, I'm so happy to have this guy in my collection. A very bright and colorful palette, as you can see. And the exposure on my camera is a little bit up, so the colors may be off skewed a little bit. So just giving you guys a little heads up on that. Shadows perform so well, except for 2. This brown shade here isn't the most pigmented, but I think part of the reason why that's the case is because I think it might be formulated to work as a deepener shade, because that's what I used it for, to just deepen up this orange shade here, and then this purple shade. Like I mentioned with the Ultimate Brights palette, these kinds of purples are just really difficult to formulate. It is very pigmented and it does perform well. You just got to be sure to play with it the right way in order to get it to work properly. But all in all, I love this palette. I'm wearing this row today, and I've already created a look using this row as well. And so all I need to do is create a look using this top row here, and I will have created looks using individual looks using like each individual row. But the video that I did using this palette, I used all 9 shades to create that eye look. And yeah, I loved how that look turned out. It turned out so good. So if you want to see that video, let me know in the comments below and I'll be sure to post it after this video. I really want to get more palettes from Juvia's Place. The 2 palettes that I really want to get are the Deuce and the Freak palettes. I really want to get those palettes, so do expect to see those palettes pop up in my collection soon. And that is it for this haul video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, I have a lot of stuff that I have to play with and that I've been playing with, so yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, everything that is still available will be linked down in the description box below if I can find them. And yeah, so until I see you guys in my next video, whenever the hell that may be, goodbye.